Is that another one of your fake radio stories?
That is one of my fake radio boomer stories. One of the wars. The war story for the boomers that are radio people fake.
And now, Cheese Wits.
You guys, guess what?
Oh, dear.
Guess who was in Nashville last week?
Sure as fuck wasn't me, so.
Let's see. Who was in Nashville last? Oh, your ex-husband?
My ex-husband was in Nashville.
I don't know his name, so I don't. What is his?
Shithead.
Shithead,
right?
Shithead
so
is his name.
Shithead was in. Did you see him?
No, but it was brought to my attention that he was advertising the fact that he was in Nashville. And
what was he doing in Nashville?
Some kind of work conference or something. Apparently, he's held on to a job long enough for them to send him down to be at some sort of trade show or something.
Really?
So did I or did I not spend 30 minutes on Bumble swiping, trying to find him so I could catch him in the act? I certainly did.
Oh, you did. Did you find him?
No.
You are such a woman.
Listen, I'm petty and I'm not sorry about it.
No, you're such a woman scorned or no, you're not even scorned.
I'm not even scorned anymore.
Now
I'm just petty as fuck. I'm just
being
petty.
Of retribution knows no end with you.
And when I told one of my friends that that's what I was doing, she was like, "Wouldn't he be on Tinder though instead?" Yeah, but I don't have Tinder.
Of fish.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, but I don't have
the skank ones.
I don't have Tinder, so.
Like you couldn't have downloaded it. Come on.
I could have, but then after I spent 30 minutes on Bumble, I was like, fuck this, I'm going to bed.
I would have played the game. I would have kept going.
Yeah, I would have kept going too.
Yeah.
I think I would have just for the fuck of it, I would have done it.
If I had seen him come up though, it probably would have made my whole, I would have posted that shit on Instagram.
I have a feeling somebody would have been updating their renewed website.
No, I would just put it right on Instagram. Hey, everybody, here's my ex-husband. I wonder if his new wife knows that he's on Bumble in
Did
Nashville.
he marry her?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Really?
had a baby a couple of years ago.
Wow, I didn't know that he married it.
Yep.
Yeah, remember, didn't they get married in in a park or some shit?
Yeah, because he tried to get.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he tried to get our wedding annulled so they could get married in the Catholic Church.
Right.
But that's the same girl that I know, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The same hoe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hey, so listen, I wanted to show this. I learned about this yesterday. It's something called, you can go to your, you know what? Go to your little app thing. It's called Accountability Mobile. You don't even have to go to it. I'm going to tell you what it is. The new Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Oh, God.
Mike, whatever
Here we
his
go.
name is.
Liberal bullshit. It's fucking streaming already.
No, listen, this app, you guys, is an app that I believe he has partial ownership of. This app tracks your masturbatory security. It's like AA. What it is you have a friend, a partner who makes sure you don't stray and go to porn sites to jack off.
I have a partner laying in bed next to me that makes sure I don't go to porn sites and jack off.
That's what the website is for. Now I must say that I learned the existence of this app online, but I learned more about it. A little piece of it from Bill Maher over the yesterday. I didn't learn it from him personally, but I was watching his show.
Bill Maher is his partner.
No, his son, his 17-year-old son, is the Speaker of the House's partner who keeps him in check to make sure he's not looking at porn.
Oh, no.
Jerking off.
No.
Yeah. It's so How can you not be liberal when that's the conservative end of things? The conservative end of things is you have an app that tracks you and you have a sponsor who makes sure you don't grab your pud.
Wouldn't it be funny if you got onto that app and it matched you with somebody randomly and their name was Dick?
How many downloads does that app have? I can't understand why anybody would want to download something like that.
More than our podcast, I can guarantee you that.
You're damn right about that.
500 plus.
Jesus. Okay. Can we find out what they're doing in terms of marketing?
Let's see. I just, Steve and his team are lifesavers. Steve, that's the guy. This app is horrible. I cannot believe this is the fucking wackadoodle people.
It doesn't have the same ring to it. You know, if we all just sat there, hey, you don't want to masturbate so much, listen to Cheese Wits. See, I don't think it has the...
Wait, that reminds me. Hold on. I got to pull this up.
That's one of those things.
What did Jess say? Hold on. I got to pull this out.
I got to pull it. You can't do that.
I said I got to pull this up, not pull this out. I said pull this up. Hang on.
I thought it was showtime.
I found this comment on one of our YouTube episodes, and it's been there for 3 weeks. I think it's probably the same guy that sent us that email about how much we fucking suck.
Oh, right.
Because the timing is similar. Here's the comment that was left on one of our episodes. Hello, my name is Chad Powers, an interrogator at a CIA black site. On behalf of the United States government, I would like to thank you for producing this show. The terrorists we have in captivity talked instantly after listening to 5 minutes of your fake radio war stories and pointless boomer talk. Both your government and country thanks you.
He's so fantastic.
I know.
Would you tell Charlotte to get off of the fucking web?
You guys, last week, 5 minutes after we get done recording...
She called you?
She called me.
Oh, yeah, you say I saw that note.
We were talking about her at the end of the last episode. We get done recording, and my mother calls. And I looked at this screen and went, how the fuck does she know already?
Maybe her and what's the CIA guy's name?
Chad Powers.
Maybe it's Chad. So I'm feeling like that Chad Powers is some sort of name we should know, that it's taken from some TV show, or he's Austin Powers' illegitimate son, or it sounds like some sort of fake radio name.
Eli Manning finds out what the walk-on experience is like by going undercover as Chad Powers at Penn State football tryouts.
There
I just saw that. Yep.
That's it.
So Eli Manning is listening to us, is what I'm taking that to mean.
Me too. Thank you, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Mm-hmm. You know, I sort of thought that Eli might be involved with the CIA in some way.
Yeah, that just makes sense. I had that feeling,
because that's a quarterback that should never have won a Super Bowl. So something was in him. He had something going for him. He was getting a hold of some secret shit somewhere.
Yeah.
He had something going. Well, so we think it's still the same guy, huh?
It must be. I mean, how many people could hate us that much to go out of their way?
Well, he's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amusing.
I mean, not as funny as our fake radio war stories.
No, it's not as funny as our fake radio war stories. Of course not. Though I've never thought of them as war stories, because we are not alone in the stories we tell.
No.
These are very commonplace stories that you could talk to any number of 40-year-old plus radio people that would have the same stories.
Yeah. And by the way, my pointless stories are not boomer stories. I'm Gen X. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm a boomer.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I'm the boomer. But barely. I'm right on the cusp. I am the final year of the boomer installation, I think.
You're the young boomer?
Yes, I am the youngest of the boomer generation.
Congratulations.
Even that whole thing of the boomers and Gen Zs and whatever they are, it's such bullshit.
And it's almost like that comment is almost like your pointless boomer stories. It's almost like, well, if it's not appealing to your 25-year-old ass, it probably doesn't need to exist.
Yeah. Probably. I liked it. At least he's hanging in there.
I know.
You gotta give the guy. You gotta give him props for hanging in there.
Now I feel like he has to be the one who gave us a 1-star rating.
Oh,
because all of the rest of them are 5s, and then we got the 1-star rating. But he did not leave a review.
Huh? He must have ran out of time.
Yeah.
He must have had to get back to his Roblox game.
No, he had to get back there to Guantanamo Bay to fucking get the prisoners that our show was killing.
Right. There were blowjobs to be given, and he had to get back on the job.
I just feel like we're not getting enough downloads if the CIA is using our stuff.
You know, and I don't want to end up in some sort of fucking group lawsuit that somehow we hurt somebody with our lame ass.
A class action.
Yeah, we'll be in a class action lawsuit.
Did you get offended by Cheese Wits? You're offended by Cheese Wits. Call us now at Dicker and Dunker.
If you've got mesothelioma, what is that? How do you say that?
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. Or if you listen to Cheese Wits, or you drank any water,
you may be entitled to compensation.
You need to call. There's a new ad for Camp Lejeune that they say Camp Lejeune, which is, I get it. It's probably an AI ad, and I know that if you're from there, it's Lejeune, and I think it's Lejeune to everybody except for this new ad that calls it Lejeune. And I'm saying, who is this girl? Who is she? The June is hurting people. She's giving them glasses of water that are not good. It's again, the lawsuits all over the place. So yeah, we're in it now. We're going to be in a class action lawsuit.
But you know what that means? That means it's just a matter of time before we get like 40 downloads.
Yeah, I see I'm confused by all of it. I don't understand. Every once in a while I get an email that says, you had 18 new views this week.
Here's what I know. Well, that's you're talking about the views on the videos that I post on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's actually not even related at all to how many people are listening to the podcast. Although
is it only 40?
It's less than that.
Oh,
which at this point, when this episode airs is our 1 year, is the day before our 1 year anniversary. Bonus episode coming tomorrow, theoretically. Chris.
Theoretically.
Christopher.
Huh?
Chris.
Oh. Who's calling?
your worst fucking nightmare.
No, I'm sorry. Chris isn't here right now. You want to leave a message?
But we are now a year in. And we're very entertaining to 30 people and not entertaining at all to Stuart/Chris Powers, Chad Powers, whatever the fuck his name is.
One of the Manning brothers.
One of the Manning brothers.
That's sad.
After everything I've done to support you, Eli.
It's so sad.
As many times as you've had to talk to your masturbation buddy not to masturbate to Eli anymore. And now you're sitting where you are. God, that's just so terrible.
You got to love an app that allows you to have a sponsor for masturbating to stop you from.
Wait, we can get sponsored for that? I'm going to be rich.
Maybe.
Somebody wants to sponsor me for not touching my wang. Okay.
Well, yeah, but we'd have to start becoming anti-abortion. We'd have to do all of the things that we definitely do not want to be part of. Ooh, I heard there's a new member of the LGBTQ alphabet group. It is the we don't like anybody at all group, We don't like sex of any kind. We don't like to touch ourselves. We don't like to. That's a new member of that group.
They're considered part of the LGBTQ plus.
They've been lumped into that group.
I wonder how they feel about that.
They don't feel much, so that's why they're in the group. I don't know. But there's another thing. So here's how things change so wickedly quickly. I know that none of that sounds good, but the English and the all of the grammar are terrible. LBGDBDABCM was so huge a few months ago, right? And now it's not even mentioned. You know, it used to be every night on the news, there'd be some story about the, bathroom usage or this or that, stories associated with the LGBTQ groups. And it sort of died down again, just like the any of these other things that have risen up. People move on to this shit so quickly to the next sort of, hey, let's jump on this bandwagon.
It's the news media saying, how can we get people outraged so that they'll watch us more?
Yeah, but I think it's also, though, how can we get noticed, and then how can we get outraged? So the people in who want to find a group to be part of because they want to extend their outrage, and then the people who want to create outrage are the news people, the media folk, the Fox News wants to say, hey, you need to get mad about this, conservatives. And then MSNBC wants to say, hey, you need to get mad about this, liberals. Mm-hmm. They just keep moving on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Nothing ever gets solved because of this bullshit. So I'm wondering, what is the next one? Is it going to be these people who hate everybody? Or they don't hate everybody. They don't like anybody. They don't like sex at all. Well, and it sort of scares them, and they're afraid of it, and they're using their phone.
Are they afraid of it? Or is it just not important to them?
God, how can that not be important?
It would be interesting if they were afraid, like a cock comes out and goes, boo.
Well, it was wearing a mask, Chris.
Yeah.
It had some of those weird glasses on with the eyebrows and the big nose.
That's not a nose, Wally. That's not a nose.
It was scary. Mm-hmm. See, I don't know what the CIA guy's talking about. I've laughed several times already during this show.
Mm-hmm, me too. I just feel like maybe Chad doesn't have a sense of humor. So here's maybe a reason why some people are just done with sex and dating. Here's a message I got on some fucking dating site the other day. This is an actual message. This is what the man wrote. Hey, you know what? A penguin and a bear met a squirrel in a cafe and they had coffee together. So how are you?
I would say a little bit more mentally challenged after that message. Thank you.
I Googled that phrase, the thing about the bear and I Googled that to see if it was a thing. Like, is that from a movie? Is that some kind of code for something sexual? I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't even know how to answer that.
Say it again. Let's parse it out.
Hey, you know what? A penguin and a bear met a squirrel in a cafe and they had coffee together. So how are you?
I don't know.
Look, all I know is somebody's getting fucked and somebody's getting dark roast. That's all I know.
The penguin, was that a nun? The bear, is that like a top? And then a squirrel? I don't know about the squirrel. Is that just a 70s chick who doesn't shave?
What?
I'm trying to figure it out. Well, the squirrel's hairy, so maybe that's a 70s chick. I don't know.
I don't know either. This came from a 53-year-old man.
Jess, you have to respond.
No.
Oh, you have to respond.
No.
You've got to write something equally as bizarre and nonsensical without a beginning and a middle or an end back.
I'm pretty sure I already swiped left on him, so he's gone.
Oh, you have to say something, you know.
Steven is gone.
The penguin obviously had iced coffee. That's what I think about that.
It's so simple
the
to
bear,
decode this.
no doubt, had a strong cappuccino.
Oh, of course.
I can picture Jess writing back, 3 sheep and a mule went into a Shoney's. Fuck you. See, that's it.
3 sheep and a mule. There's got to be a third, though. There was 3 participants in the first.
There's 4. There's 3 sheep and a fucking mule.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, math major.
That's lazy, man. That is lazy.
Maybe he just likes mules. I don't know. Maybe
you got to put a reptile in there.
My reptile's not going anywhere in there.
You gotta put a reptile. I think you have to put, you know, an iguana. You got to put the 3 sheep. What was the other one, Chris? 3 sheep
and a mule.
And an iguana. Now there's weird company.
That is.
What the hell is an iguana doing hanging out with a mule?
I mean, what's a squirrel doing hanging out with a penguin and a bear in a coffee shop?
In a coffee shop.
Yeah, in a coffee shop. In a Shoney's. It's so good.
Obviously, they wanted the all-you-could-eat breakfast buffet.
That's some good shit right there.
It is. Speaking of breakfast buffet, so we haven't had breakfast buffets around here for quite some time since COVID started.
Right.
And I would assume that's the same where most people live.
No, we got them everywhere. That's right.
You have you have them.
Right up the road. 20 minutes is the world's largest smorgasbord buffet.
Really? Is it a smorgasbord buffet? Is it Swedish or Scandinavian?
It's Amish.
Is it Amish?
Wow.
I ate at a Scandinavian one time out in, I think it was Pennsylvania, and it was terrible.
Oh, this place is great.
Terrible. Yeah, I am a fan of the buffet. I cannot lie.
I am not, because I think we've talked about this before. People
look at your face. I can tell you. Look at Jess. Already looks like she's gonna vomit.
Because people don't wash their hands, and
people are fucking disgusting.
And they let their kids run up there and put their snotty little hands on all the spoons and everything.
The worst. We were at a what the hell was it? It wasn't Old Country. It was Orion's that I was in once with the family. And I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot and go to the carving station. Oh, you can get tacos and spaghetti. And this kid had his hand down his pants, and he was standing by the bar. Must have been 6, 7 years old. Took the hand from down, assumably on his little pecker, and pulled out his hand and put his hand directly in the chocolate fountain.
Oh.
Okay. That's when I decided, maybe I don't want to go to the Old Country buffet anymore.
No.
Maybe that's the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just no longer.
Yeah, buffets lost their appeal for me a long time ago.
No, I like a buffet. I just do. Guys, hold on. Your package arrived at the fulfillment center. The delivery could not be completed due to a city and zip code mismatch.
Uh-oh.
USPS help.store Z1FY. And it comes from Great Britain. 44.
Clearly.
Country code +44. That's Great Britain. God damn, the Brits are just getting into everything now, aren't they? You were worried about the Chinese taking over America.
I thought we already broke away from the Brits.
Yeah, no, apparently they've got something to do with our packages now.
They're running our post office?
Yeah, they are. Well, that's why it's running so poorly. Fucking Brits are involved. No fucking wonder. I have been listening to a book on I hesitate to say book on tape, audiobook. There you go. It used to be called book on tape.
Yep.
There's the boomer in me. Book on tape.
Yeah, boomer.
So I've been listening to I just forgot. God damn it.
Well, while you're trying to think of that,
Christopher Hitchens, who passed away. Did you guys know Christopher Hitchens at all? Are you familiar with him?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I used to fuck him.
An atheist.
No, different guy. Different.
Good shit. Just good shit. but he could turn a phrase. I recommend to everybody learn who Christopher Hitchens is.
I was listening to an audiobook probably a month or two ago, and it was originally a book on tape.
Yeah.
And I know that because every so often in the middle of a chapter, a voice would come in and say, "End of tape 1. Please flip the cassette over and start on tape 2." And then he would come back and say, "Beginning of tape 2."
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about, first of all, how fucking lazy you have to be to convert a book on tape and not remove that shit when you make it digital audio. And number 2, how stupid were we that we needed somebody to tell us we were at the end of the cassette and needed to flip the shit over?
Well, hang on. Take you to 1991, working at a talk station, and the host recorded his show on cassette for the week. Okay. Mort Abramowitz in the Washington Business Week.
Okay.
And old Mort does his show and he gets to the end. And I guess I wasn't paying attention being, 15, 16-year-old Roth. And, I hear the music trail out and then I hear flip the tape on the air. So maybe it is needed. Yeah.
That's good. Is that another one of your fake radio stories?
That is one of my fake radio boomer stories. One of the wars. The war story for the boomers that are radio people fake.
Did I get it
war
with the boomers? What?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure it was fake.
Yeah.
Fake news.
I don't know. I wonder if this is a guy who works currently in radio.
I doubt it, because somebody who works in radio would at least know our stories were not fake.
Not if they're 25.
Exactly. Now, even if first of all, there's nobody 25 working in radio. That's number one. And number 2, number 1. There's no fucking way.
No, I even at 30, if they've worked in radio less than 10 years, they're not going to have any of these stories.
But they're going to know that they're true. They're going to work with people who have these stories.
You remember that time that we went in the studio and the automation was being profit and it was profity, and then I couldn't turn on the microphone because of the automation? That's a 25-year-old story.
Right. Yeah, because they have no stories about carts or reel-to-reels or tape splicing or
weren't carts
balls.
Great, especially those carts that had the gray bottoms that were really fragile, and you get pissed off and throw it against the wall and the fucker just goes everywhere.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that was great.
Tape everywhere, tape all of, or if someone fucking didn't, you had one of those 4-minute carts with only 3 30-second spots on it. And you only had a double deck, so you had to pull the cart out early to put the next commercial in or the thing.
Now you see, I am of the age.
They wouldn't put it back in the deck to forward it to the first commercial. So the next time you went to use it, it'd be a minute and a half of dead air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I am of the age where we had the fast forward button on the cart machines. So if you got to that point, you could push that fast forward button. It would just rip. Yeah.
This would be do you remember the tape caster with the lever on the side?
First station I was at it was 4 of those, a console, and a microphone. That was it.
These were great, Jess, because Jess, you have not used this one.
I don't think so.
These did not have covers on them. They were completely open. Had a lever on the side. You'd put the cart in, then you'd push the lever up to lock the cart in place.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And everybody smoked in the studio back in those days. So every other day, the engineer had to come in with the alcohol and shit back when stations had an engineer in-house or a roamer and clean the heads off because it'd be so fucking gooey with nicotine and tar, with tar on them from smoke. Because people would just be smoking, blowing smoke at the cart, waiting for the cart to end. And you'd look at it and it would look like, the guys and girls have too, but the guys with who smoke so much that either they've got the white mustache that's yellowed on the end from the nicotine, or they've got the fingernails that have become discolored from all the smoking it down to the fucking filter.
Finger on the side right here used to turn yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, see,
and I don't think I smoked. I mean, I was going to say I don't think I smoked excessively. Obviously, any smoking is excessive, but compared to other people, I don't think I smoked a crazy amount.
I can tell you that I, at one point, would go through about a pack and a half a day.
That's about a pack a day.
However, that was, even though it was a pack and a half, I really only smoked about 5 cigarettes, because you'd light one, you take a drag outside in the smoking area, come back in, do your talk and your fucking segue, and go back out and the cigarette's done. So you get one drag out of the cigarette and it was done.
I didn't do that. I'd stand outside and smoke the whole cigarette and then come back in and do my thing.
Yeah, no, I was more of a take a drag, run in, because most of the stations I worked at, there was not a lot of record playing. There was a lot of talking going on, and I mostly did morning shows. So you had time to go and run back in and another fake radio story brought to you by
Boomers
Lemon Bars. Oh. I'm going to relish. I'm going to live in the moment of the fake radio stories. I'm going to embrace it because it is. Look at me. I'm even touching myself. It's wow. It's so gratifying to that somebody thinks that that's not what radio was.
Right.
It's exactly what it was. It's exactly how it was fucked up, and it was crazy, and it was disorganized and disjointed, and somehow it sounded fucking seamless on the air.
I mean, all I got out of that comment was that
jealous fucker.
He's a hater. Like, he doesn't know shit about shit.
Oh, but I hope he keeps writing to us.
Me too.
I kind of like.
I bet he's fun at parties.
Well, he is giving us some content, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. He's absolutely giving us content. Wait, hold on a second. That's so. We've been doing this project where we're listening to the you and I have, Jess, been listening to past shows.
Mm-hmm.
What? Huh?
Christopher.
I took a little note here. I'm just going to read what I wrote.
Okay.
About the note. I wrote, while listening to podcast in episode 10, we talked about spelling bees, and Chris was talking about making it to the Montgomery County semifinals.
Yes.
Or something like that, I wrote. And all I could think of when I was listening to that, and I wrote, Chris, it sounded like Chris grew up in the antebellum South. He was at the Montgomery County final. So I just had this, and the word that Chris spelled wrong. Do you remember the word?
Gruel. Gruel. Yes.
Oh, wait, so then it sounds even more like the antebellum South.
I could have been better with anti-disestablishmentarianism than I could have with gruel.
Well, it sounded
and just hearing my mother in the back of the room go, shit.
But what I was expecting is Chris said, can you use it in a sentence? And what I was expecting them to say is, they fed Chicken George the gruel.
No, actually, that is what the sentence was. The sentence was the evil mother fed the children gruel. Something like that.
Stepchildren.
The evil stepchildren gruel. That's what it was. And I'm like, I still don't know what the fuck you mean.
It was so good. But all I could think of was, where the fuck did Chris grow up?
I wonder if Chad Powers can spell gruel.
Well, I just said it for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but you didn't say
he does it now. Yeah, I did. Gruel. I said it several times.
Oh, there it is. I heard it that time.
Yeah.
I heard it.
I done
I heard it,
heard.
Jess.
You know, Wally's talking about me being in the antebellum South. You know, meanwhile, look at this fucker. He looks like he's sitting in the 1987 Sears portrait studio in December.
I know. I was trying to light my tree back there.
Is that what you were trying to do with those remotes?
Yes. But one of the remotes, this one I think needs new. I don't know. It's not working. Oh, wait.
Meanwhile, his wife's now watching HBO in the other room.
Right.
Ah, I got it to work. I smacked. Oh, you know why? Thanks, Jess. You have to hit it twice to turn on the power strip.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. And look at my.
So glad I could help you.
You know what I did yesterday? I spent Mr. Technology over here. I programmed all the Wi-Fi lights on my porch.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're all different colors and they do different things, and I can even make them so they're motion sensor, which I'm very, very pleased about.
So you're a Christmas as soon as possible after Halloween guy.
Oh no! I got a new phone, so we have the lights, the outside lights, so that we can turn them on remotely if we're not home in time, and that kind of stuff. You know, go on your phone and turn on your porch lights and that kind of shit. Smart Wi-Fi lights.
Oh, it's not Christmas lights. It's just lights.
No. The lights that
colors.
go around the porch. Yeah, there's like a dozen lights that are around the porch because the porch is a wraparound porch, and each door and blah 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 blah. And then we have a hot tub out back, so those lights are a different mood lighting setting. We can make those a mood lighting setting when they're not bright. You click the switch. You can do it in person or remotely.
Got it.
I don't know why somebody would be in my hot tub when we weren't home, but it's possible.
But you could fuck with the lights on them if they were.
Absolutely. Yeah. What we don't have is we don't have cameras.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't have any cameras. The only camera we have is the cat cam.
Cat cam?
Yeah, my daughter has a cat cam. She's up north right now, probably turkey hunting or deer hunting. You imagine that from glitter to, hey, give me the fucking gun. I see a rack over there. my daughter who just was not a fan of the outdoors last year, is suddenly, she's got, and my daughter's kind of funny. She's got all the gear. She bought some fancy water boots, and she's got the gear for outdoor wearing, but it looks like Legally Blonde.
Oh my God.
Because my daughter Cheyenne is very, she's a very attractive young woman. She's very fashion conscious. She's got so when she buys the coat for outdoors, there's fake fur on it. There's faux fur somewhere.
Good for her.
On the shit. It doesn't keep you warm, but it goddamn looks good.
That's really the only thing that matters.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I could give a shit what it looks like. It better keep my ass warm.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fucking cold here lately. Very cold.
I was just going to comment about how chilly it is here today, but
go ahead, Jess.
Nashville chili is not the same as Maine chili.
What was your Nashville chili today?
60.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I was outside and it was 30, and I was outside in short sleeves and shorts, filling up the bird feeders.
Okay.
Which took me every bit of the 30 minutes. And I was not freezing. Not freezing at all. But I would assume that if you were here, you would be looking for a quilt of some sort.
I mean, it depends. When I had to do my grocery shopping today, and I'm pretty sure they keep it 97 in the Kroger. So I actually
have an older clientele.
Took my hoodie off when I was in the store and then kept it off until I got home and had to haul all my groceries up the stairs. And then I'm sweating and I'm like, oh, that's too hot. And then later I got cold and had to put the hoodie back on.
Yeah, I was very hot the other day. Yeah, we will not hear too many people saying from now until about mid-March, you're not going to hear anybody say, it's so warm out here.
No, but I will also say that
You will.
in mid-March, when it hits 60 here in February or mid-March, that's when I'll be like, oh, it's so warm.
Yeah, right.
But right now it's chilly.
And here, when it hits, when we have a 60-degree day in mid-March, and then it snows the day after that day.
Right.
But at 60, we'll be like, fuck, it's hot out. Dang. It's weird how your body acclimates to this shit. I remember when we moved down south, when we moved from Vermont to Virginia, it was kind of shocking how warm it fucking was.
Yeah.
Because we had winter clothes, but our winter clothes involved, thermal shit and thickness and gloves, and man, you didn't need it.
No, I will say I have a winter coat here that I wear maybe once a year.
It's about it here too, unless it's snowing.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm where you are too, huh, Chris?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's like 53 today, but it's going to be in the 70s later this week.
I may not even have to wear that coat this year, because now that I think about it, the last 2 years when I had to wear it, it was to scrape ice off my car because I wanted to go somewhere, but I have a garage now. So I may never have to wear a winter coat again.
So with your garage, are you going to start your car before you leave on a cold day? A cold day being 40.
I mean, the way that I understand it, that's not even really that necessary anymore.
Oh, it's not necessary, but in order to get the car warm inside, because I'll tell you what, here.
But I'm not going to start it and leave it running in a closed garage.
Well, can't you just open the door from inside?
The garage door?
Yeah.
Well, I can open it from inside the garage, but I would have to go all the way downstairs to do that.
Oh, no. Jess. Oh, Jess. How come you don't have what I have? I can open my garage door from anywhere in the world using my cell phone.
Yes, I know, but I don't have a Wi-Fi garage door opener. I have the kind that doesn't depend on the internet being working to open my garage door.
Jump on board the technology train, would you?
Meanwhile, I'm telling you to do the opposite and get a regular universal remote opener for yours.
I was sitting out in the driveway the other day, and I couldn't get in the garage because I couldn't get the internet signal because I had to back up. I can see a cell tower from it's probably 3 miles away or 4 miles away, but I can see the tower. The problem is when you get right in line with it, it blocks you out.
Oh.
Some sort of, I think maybe it's a different, there's something else on it. So there's other things on it. It's probably first responder stuff on there. There's probably some FAA stuff hanging off that stick. It's the highest part around us. So I get right in line with it. I will drive in my garage. I have service. A car length out of my garage, I have service. 2 car lengths out, when just about in line with that thing, no more service. Back up another car length, they have service again. There's some sort of weird.
That is weird.
Thing. Yeah, well, it's just the way. But I was sitting just in the right spot, and I couldn't get the fucking guy. I was like, fuck, suck. And even though I know what the issue is, and that all I got to do is back up a little bit, I still go, fuck, son of a bitch. It rankles me. It just pisses me off when it doesn't always piss me off. Just that specific thing just makes me go, fuck, you're really fucking with me right now. And it's so nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It's just absolutely
no, but we've all become so accustomed to everything happening super fast that if something takes a second longer than we're used to,
you got it right.
We're like, but my whole day is ruined.
You know what? I'm gonna use an old Virginia saying from my time. Girl, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, girl. Yeah, no, you're right. We expect it to be, and we got to remember, speed for us used to be 1,200 baud.
Right.
Right. 1,200.
Could you imagine having to wait for 1,200 baud to open your garage door?
I'd probably die of old age. And he's just sitting there. And I never had a problem with it before. Like now, I open the garage door up about a half mile before I get home.
Mm.
Before I would, I had to be in the driveway and about 100 feet up the driveway before the remote would be able to touch it. But now I can do it a half mile. I can do it from wherever. Sometimes when I know who's using the garage, I'll know who's home. And Cheyenne will go out. I know that Cheyenne will be at home, and she will go out to her car because it will say garage door is opened. And I know that she's just gone out and hit the thing and she's going out to her car. So as soon as I see it go up, I put it down and I know she can't get back in. and then I put it right back. As soon as it comes out, I put it back up. But I know that it gives her a moment of, he's such an asshole. Because dads should be assholes to their children now and again.
Usually, yes.
You should be. You should. It is a dad's job to be a pain in his child, and particularly his daughter's. To be a pain in her ass. To do shit that makes her go, "Oh, I fucking hate you." She doesn't so much say that anymore.
No.
No. She sends me nice notes. Oh, thank you. So, like on Friday, she's going to her boyfriend's parents' house for Thanksgiving, and she's making a whole charcuterie thing. And she makes very fancy charcuteries. And she bought a new big board and yada yada, and a bread serving. And she was talking about ramekins, and I went to the what's the place where they sell used stuff? Goodwill. She was at the Goodwill. So I went to the Goodwill and I found a couple of ramekins like she was looking for. I said, "Oh, what do you think of these?" And she said, "Oh, those are cute." So I bought $2. I spent $2. And she was very thankful. I like that about my kid.
That's nice.
She's thankful about a little thing like that. Good luck finding, people who are thankful for that kind of shit. A $2 ramekin.
Well, it wasn't about the price of the thing.
No, it was not.
It was about the effort that you made on her behalf.
It was. But living a long life. Chris knows living a short life. And Chris dealing with the public. People fucking usually don't give a shit when you do something for them.
Yeah.
They just usually don't. Then they say thank you. And I was at the grocery store. Hateful woman. I was at the grocery store, parked next to a woman who was probably age-wise younger than I was, but appeared to be 10 years older than me. Just ridden hard, put up wet, just tough life or something. Anyways, she's just looking rough, and she's getting out of her car, and from behind my car comes a younger woman who's maybe in her late 30s and just starts cussing this woman out. Her and her man.
The 30-year-old woman is cussing out the older woman?
Yeah, the older woman. Cussing her out because you knew I was going to pull into that spot and you pulled in.
Jesus.
Didn't you see me? I was waiting there. I don't know why she was fucking waiting there, because I had been sitting in my car for like 3 or 4 minutes. That spot had been empty the whole time. She wasn't waiting for shit. She was just looking for a reason to hassle somebody and show off for her man. I don't fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Why do we got to pick a fucking fight? Just chill. Be thankful you have a fucking car and there's a grocery store and you got some cash to go in there and buy something. I just really, I thought they were going to get to squabbling. So this woman who had a hard time walking, and she was she was in the row she was in, the handicap spots are all taken. She obviously had a placard, but there wasn't a spot, so she had to park several spots down. Instead of walking to the closest door to avoid this other woman, she walked to the far door to get there, and it took her a long while. I was like, yeah, that woman was such a cunt, and I really wanted to say something.
Oh, I wish you had.
Not my place too, but it just. I wish I was I wish sometimes I was more like Chris, who would say, "Hey, fuck your mother." Chris.
I never say that.
But I wish I wish I had more balls like that, like Chris does sometimes. I don't have those kind of balls, and I wish I did, because I like to think that there's lots of people I'd like to say, hey, fuck your mother to.
I am kind of surprised I didn't get into a fight in the grocery store parking lot today.
Really? A fight?
Because, I mean, I wasn't going to start it. I mean, I kind of did, but not. So as I was coming up to the grocery store in my car, I was about to make a right turn into the parking lot. This guy in a pickup truck is coming from the opposite direction to make a left turn into the parking lot. And even though I'm right there, he decides to gun it to get in front of me. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. I'm like yelling. He can't hear me, but I'm yelling, you fucking asshole. That's a dick move. I should hit your stupid fucking truck. Like, I'm just yelling shit. And then he's got one of those don't tread on me license plates. And I'm like, oh, you're one of those fucking guys. And then he goes to turn down a row and he doesn't signal, which I laugh later because I was like, nice fucking signal, asshole. And I just went like this and like kind of move him, you know, the gesture to just move the fuck out of the way. And then I didn't signal when I turned into the next row. But I thought, man, if he saw me like yelling and swearing at him and doing that little wave, move the fuck out of my way gesture, he's going to come over here and kick my ass. But he did not. He was actually too busy backing his pickup truck into a parking spot. I found a spot and pulled all the way through, and I was in the store before he was even out of his truck. So
now we talk so funny. I was listening to our episodes. I was listening to you and I having a conversation about backing into parking spots. I know this is
which
back in.
I do quite frequently, but
this guy obviously not a good backer upper if he was bothering you.
Well, it wasn't bothering me. It was just he was being really slow about it, and I went to a different row and then pulled through. So I ended up being in the same row as him. And the same effect, I might as well have backed in because I had pulled through, you know. Right. But by the time he got done parking, I was already in the store.
I love it. I am baffled quite often by the backer uppers, particularly if you're not getting anything. I get it, but particularly if you are doing a full shopping. And you're using, especially people with hatchbacks, not so much people who just throw their shit in the back seat.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So different scenario, but people who have the hatchback or something, you know, they're lifting up the back and they get out there and the car behind them is so close again. Yeah. And I happen to be one of those assholes that will say, hey, fuck you. No, I don't do. Yes, I do. but they come and they're like, I can't even get in my. What the fuck you back? If you know you're getting a bunch of shit, don't back in because there's a possibility you're going to get blocked out of fucking being able to lift up the back of your fucking vehicle to get your shit. And even the guys with the pickup trucks with a cap on it, they go and they try to get the cap open, but they can't get their fat asses between you and the fucking because you know they're too big to get in there. Like me, they just can't fit between, and I do it on purpose. Sometimes I do the dick move.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge somebody for backing in. We've talked at length about the reasons that I do it. If somebody wants to park close to me, that makes them an asshole, not me. I know, Judge. So my deal on parking is this: I look for parking near the exit side. So if you've got an entrance door, like at Home Depot, you enter one side and you come out the other side. Mm-hmm. I look for parking near the exit and near the cart return. Mm-hmm. I don't need to be close to the store. Yeah.
I want to be where if I'm bringing out a bunch of shit, I don't got to go all the way halfway across the parking lot. I can just come out the exit door, straight down to my vehicle and pop the cart into the thing. I most often park right next to the cart return because it's also safe. It's a little safer because if you park close enough to the cart return, no one can hit your car. They can only hit you from one side.
Well, and nobody puts their carts in the cart return anymore. So you're totally safe.
Yeah, they really don't. They fucking don't.
No. Have you seen the cart narcs? There's a ton of videos. You have to look them up because there's a guy, totally like friendly sounding guy. Chris, you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, the people that will tie They will zip tie a cart to your car sometimes. Have you seen that?
No, this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
is completely friendly. He like walks up to people and he's like, "Hey, you didn't put your car away." And he ties them up for so long arguing about whether or not they put their card away that they could have just put their fucking card away.
But still they argue it.
But they argue it and they go, somebody's job to take care of that. And then he'll go, well, why is there a card corral then? And then he has magnets that say something like, I'm a shitty human. I didn't put my card away. And he tosses the magnet on their car and then they get out and they get all pissed off and say, get that shit off my car. And they throw it at him. And then he's like, oh, it's okay. I have another one. And just as they're pulling away, he puts another magnet on their car. Like,
I see that on TikTok. Yeah.
The shit makes me laugh so hard.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
I have a doctor's appointment.
Right now?
Fuck?
It's a reminder. I'm getting a reminder.
Okay.
I don't like that whole reminder by cell phone thing.
Okay.
I do like it, but I don't like it when it's 2 weeks in advance and send a C to confirm.
I will not do it. I'm not participating in that. I'm a grown adult with my own calendar. If I don't show up, you can charge me.
Right. So what I have done, and I've really done this. My dentist has a rule about not showing up or being late, and he charges you. You get a bill. Now, I have not ever gotten a bill from him, but I have sent him a bill. Because I fucking was there for an appointment. I like appointments early. I try to get the first one. So my dentist is only open Monday through Thursday. That's it.
Huh.
But he opens, you can get an appointment at 6:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
So because he's only open 4 days a week. But it makes so much fucking sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
That a lot of people fucking go to work at 7 or 8 in the morning. If you can get in there at 6:30 and get your fucking teeth cleaning done and be to work for 8, fucking beautiful. You don't have to take any time off. And so that's a good fucking deal. And he also has a night where he's open till 7. So people get out at 5.
Right.
It's fucking fabulous. But I waited 45 minutes and didn't get my appointment. So I sent him a bill as a joke. I mean, they say, hey, I'm charging you because you were 45 minutes late. Had I been 45 minutes late, you would have charged me.
Now, I did have to have, I had a chimney sweep come and inspect my fireplace and everything, make sure everything's good before I start putting fires in it.
Was it Dick Van Dyke?
It was not, but the place was called Chim Chimney.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Although it's called Chim Chimney, but when you call and you get the recording, they actually say you're calling Chim Chimney. And I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not just because that's how the song went. But anyway, when I made the appointment, the lady said the day before or a couple of days before, you're going to get a confirmation text asking you to reply to confirm. If you do not reply, your appointment will automatically be deleted. It'll be canceled.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, the number of times that just between our group, one of us or two of us don't get a text that somebody sends. Like, that's how you're going to cancel my shit? You're going to assume that I got your text message?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The whole reliance on all this automation shit.
Yeah.
It's all automated. It's nothing. And it's like a profit system. I'm going to guess that profit makes systems for all kinds of automation,
Probably.
whether it's scheduling of appointments, and then it will send out the automated, text us a C to say you're confirming. I thought C was for cancel. I tried to cancel the appointment. I don't know, whatever. But I would assume I'm like you, Jess. I don't respond to them.
No, I won't even answer. Like there was one day that I made a vet appointment for the next day, and they called me at the end of the day that I made the appointment to confirm that I was still coming to the appointment tomorrow. Yeah. I was like, yes, I am still going to show up for the appointment I made 3 hours ago.
I get text messages from our vet that says, I get reminders to get rabies shots or flea treatments for cats that have died a decade ago.
Oh my God.
we're still in the system. We still get them. And whenever I go and I say, listen, Whiskers, it's not Whiskers, but died 10 years ago. It actually was Tomato Head. Tomato Head died 10 years ago. TC was one of our cats. We've had lots of cats. TC was trash. He was found in a dumpster. We called him Trash Can Kitty. He was a great cat. Then we had Larry, was a fabulous cat. He was our big tomcat. But we get these messages, hey, TC, it's time for TC's. TC would be 42 right now. So TC died 20 some years ago.
Yeah.
They've got his ashes. As a matter of fact, you guys put him in the kiln.
Oh,
you guys are the ones that, put him in a little bag and then put him in a little dish for us. And he sits on a mantle at home.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few animals in ashes. Do you have any of that?
I have two. Yeah. I have 2 dogs.
2 dogs in that. Yeah. We have 3 dogs, I think, and 2 cats.
When my cats passed, I couldn't afford the cremation fee. So one of them is buried in the backyard of a house I was renting at the time.
Yeah.
And the other one was disposed of with like strays and.
Yeah, we've got several.
Kind of breaks my heart.
God forbid there should ever be anything once we move out and stuff, they should ever have like, hey, we need to check that property. They'll find bones all over the place. I think we've got probably 5 dogs buried here. We have 2 horses buried, a few cats. They'll be looking at, what kind of bone is it? That's a big bone. It's Henry. I don't know where he finds this shit. Henry brought a deer skull in 2 weeks ago.
Oh, shit.
Well, what happens is the coyotes kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dog ends up finding the skull. He's like, what the fuck has he got? You're looking at him. What the fuck has he got? It's a deer skull. No, you're not bringing the deer skull in here, friend.
No.
Oh, and he's so proud of it. He's happy like a motherfucker. Look what I got. Not just his tail shaking. From his fucking front legs back is just going, right? Just all kind. Chris, any immortalized pets? What is Chris doing?
I don't know.
Christopher, what are you doing? Do I have to get that new app and see? Do I need to be? Do I need to be your sponsor, Christopher?
I know what he's doing.
Close out the porn.
He's listening to old episodes to help us find bits for the Best of show.
Close out the porn, Christopher. I'm gonna have to be a sponsor. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna have to be Chris's sponsor and say, I know you're whacking off right now. It's time to stop. You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Where is he?
Who knows? He's not even here. You know what he's like? He's doing to me. He's doing to us what I do to my sister, and probably what you do to your mother.
Mute and walk away.
You mute and walk away. Keep going about your business, because I will just take it. I will put the phone on speaker usually, and I will just walk away and go do whatever I'm doing. If I could have used the bathroom. You walk outside, come back in, and my sister's still going. And she's just yapping away. And I just do what I used to do to my kids when they were real young. Uh-huh. Really? Oh.
Well, Chris has left the call. Look what you did, Wally. You made him mad.
No. He probably had an accident on the phone and it shorted out.
He didn't get to that app fast enough.
No, he did not get to that app fast enough. He took his time. Well, you know what? It's been an hour.
It has. We can wrap up all of this.
Can you see my Christmas tree? How shiny and beautiful it looks.
Boomer talk. Yeah, it's very shiny.
Yeah. When did Chad Brown or whatever his name is? What's his name?
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers, Austin's little brother. When did he leave that message? A couple weeks ago?
It was like 3 weeks ago.
And you know what? I don't mind that he left. Don't give us a 1 rating. Come on, dude. At least we're putting in the hour.
Right?
I mean, you gotta give at least three stars for the. Is it a star? Is it a star system?
It is a star system.
1 to 5.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So give us 3 for the hour. Come on.
So he brought our average down. We had a 5-star average, and now we're at 4.8. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, fucking Chad. That, you know what? It's a lousy name, anyways.
But you know what's funny? That episode that Chad left that comment on, and the episode right before it had more views than any of our other episodes. And the one he left a comment on actually had a like as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Chad's angry. He's angry about something.
I just feel like maybe Chad needs a hug.
He might. All right. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.